Yo, this is Delta Tango Mike, and today I'm here to tell you to please invest at least 5 years into achieving your next creative career goal.
Yo, this Bone Crusher, and you're watching the Art is King podcast.
This is day 28 of Vlogmas, another Thriving Artist Art Life short, and it is December 28th of Start Now 2020. So what does it mean to invest 5 years? Well, for a lot of us, emerging art, when we're an emerging artist, we have lots of ideas or maybe no idea about what we're doing getting into art or creativity. And in my case, I had no idea. Like really, literally, I've been drawing all my life, and up until when I was 22, between the age of 18 and 22, I knew I wanted to be an artist, but I had no idea how to go about it. And by the time I got to Atlanta, and that was 94, so that I was 22. That's when and around that first year when I was here, that's when I met Lord Yada, the guy who did this right here. This is an official Lord Yada hat. Check him out, LordYada.com. In any case, that is when I started coming around, finding artists that I could hang around with and learn from them. And many of them were working artists at different levels of skill, different levels of business. But they had more experience in the art field than I had. And that's when I started to put together a clear idea of the kind of artist that I wanted to be. However, 20 years later, this is a long time ago. I don't know if I added up. It's different, whatever. I think it's 24 years later. In any case, nowadays, my career path's taking me through tattooing, fine art, art show producer, animator, 2D Illustrator, brand packaging, graphic design, web design, a whole lot of different art stuff. And I've been able to move through those different spaces at different times in my career. But it all started in one place. It started with tattooing. And I spent a lot of time as a tattoo apprentice, a lot of time learning the business of tattooing, and then opening my own shop before I moved on to the next thing. And so it wasn't clear to me exactly how I was going to achieve any of this that I'm doing now. But I did know that I had one desire. I had desire to do one thing, and that was tattooing. And so I focused really hard on that. By making tattooing my career at that time, I was able to earn and get around other artists to learn other artistic things. It was many years later that I got into digital art. And then I've continued to expand on the different things that had to do with digital. A lot of times what happens today is that the information is so available. The information on graphic design, the information on illustration, and even tattooing and fine art. I've done murals too, so I add that. What do you call mural work? I forgot. It's so available that sometimes artists now have information overload and they have a hard time choosing one and focusing on that one. And I'm here to tell you that you have to find it. You have to find that control and that discipline to focus on that one. Because when you focus hard on one goal, one creative business, you'll be able to achieve so much more that it will give you time and money to then invest in the next thing and learn about the next thing. And I come across many artists who have these very different ideas that are spread around, and they want to do all those things at the same time. And in my story, today I work on a lot of different types of projects. But I have achieved a certain level on all of these different fields and industries that I'm able to move swiftly between one thing and another. And I actually enjoy that because then it keeps the art fresh. 1 month or 1 week or one few days, I'm focused really hard on painting. Then another few days, I'm focused really hard on illustration and drawing. And in October, a lot of ink drawing, and so on. And so that keeps the themes and the mediums fresh for me to tackle every time. And I understand when we're starting out and we stick to one thing for a long time, fatigue sets in. With Vlogmas, it set in a long time ago, because first week you're, oh, let's do this. Second week, oh, kind of, we got to do this. Third week is like, we're still doing this. And then the fourth week, you're like, hey, I'm almost done. But the point is that this is what it takes to achieve, is that focus and working on this one type of theme and this type of message and this type of medium to get to a point where you can monetize it, to get to a point where you can find your clients, to get to a point where your portfolio has the value that with the price point that you want to earn. So people like Gary Vee say you got to put in 18 months of struggle. He says that a little weirder than that, but it's still 18 months of struggle, working hard and not seeing any return. Some say 10,000 hours. I say 5 years. If you can focus on your life right now and say, you know what, I want to give this 5 years of my life. And I say 5 years because growing up in some of the conversations I had, and as far back as high school, like the school counselors would say, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And when you're a high school kid, you're like, I don't know, not here. So, and they'll say, ask 10 years from now, and so on. And so I said, well, 5 years is a good number. It's a good round number in that you have a chance to really focus on your skills, focus on your talent, build up your skills, learn the things about the business, learn about the things about you and what makes you unique in this business, find the industry you want to work with, find the type of clients you want to work with and the type of projects you want to work with. Actually, that's how it goes. It goes the other way. The kind of projects you want to work with, the kind of industry you're going to work with in, and then that'll let you know the type of clients that you're looking for. And you want to aim high. You want to dream big about it. And you have to funnel all your energy into it. Yes, sometimes that means not having personal relationships, sometimes not having a personal life, sometimes not having the social life. And this year has been tough with that anyways. The point is that there's a lot of things we have to let go in order to invest everything that we have into seeing this thing happen in our life. So give it 5 years. Can you give yourself a limit and say, you know what, I'm going to make this happen in 5 years? And when I talk to my interns and mentees, is that what you call it, people who you mentor? We work in timelines. We give ourselves milestones to follow to make sure that we are serious about doing this thing, but we're also looking for results at a predetermined time. We're not just going, well, one day it'll happen. There's no wishful thinking. We are dreaming big, but we're rooted in reality and making it happen in our lives. All right, this is Delta Tango Mike. I hope that today's message is able to find you, connect with you, and give you that energy that you need to take the next step and make 2020 the year where you can look back on it and say, you know what, 2020 is a year when I did such and such. Check out some more of these videos on Artist King YouTube channel. Check out my demos and tutorials at Artist King at YouTube channel also, but it's Vector Maestros. And check out some of my work and connect with me because I want to make sure that my timeline is filled with art. Delta Tango Mike on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Talk to you tomorrow.